There's this town called Springvale. That was right outside of the vault's entrance. It's where I am right now. I'm guessing that makes Vault 101 residents the descendants of the people of Springvale? I don't actually know, I guess so. That would make sense. But it's just idle speculation on my part. Well, true to what the history book said, the world has in fact been blown to hell by nukes. Though the radiation isn't present anymore, at least not in the immediate area. This Pip-Boy has a Geiger counter, and it says the air's clean. The same is not true of the water, or the rain. That's also something that got me. Weather and the sky. We learned about that in science class, of course, but it's really something to see these things outside of a textbook. They're amazing in their own way, but radioactive water falling from the sky is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to make sure to never be outside when that's happening. I know there's a drug that can counteract the effects of radiation, radaway, but I don't have any. There might have been some in my dad's clinic if I had searched around, now that I think about it, but at the time the first thing on my mind was not raiding for supplies. I did get some stim packs from the first aid kit in my room, but I've used up those already. Anyway, the town's basically destroyed here, but there were 2 buildings around that were habitable and not boarded up. Those were the school and a single house where a lady named Silver was living.
And now, one of my inspirational quotes from the mouth of your
Who the hell are you?
John Henry E.
Where'd you come from? Did Moriarty send you?
When I was in the vault, some terminal entries on the Overseer's computer mentioned that he had sent out scouts years before and found an uninhabited town around the area called Megaton. Silver came from there, fleeing some bastard called Moriarty that thought she owed him. I planned on talking with him, but I got distracted. The distractions were many. First of all, I discovered from Silver that the local school was inhabited by raiders, which is a term outside people use for thieves and murderers. Pretty much the criminals of the wasteland, even if there is no real law out here. Wasteland is also accidentally the term of this whole place. Capital Wasteland, to be precise, because pre-war Washington DC was the capital of America. Appropriate, I think. So that was my first distraction, cleaning the scum out of that school. They decorated the inside of the place with mutilated bodies of their victims. Charming people. Fortunately for me, my enemies were idiots. Their armor was just cobbled together scrap, and their weapons were in shit conditions, because they were too stupid to figure out how to repair them. I, however, am a super smart vault dweller, with a slightly less crappy piece of damaged armor taken from a vault security guard I murdered, because I'm a morbid individual with no sense of shame, and I had a pistol that was not in shit condition, gave to me by Amata, that I had already fixed up with parts from all the other security guards' weapons. Well, I cleaned that place out, stole anything of value I found there, including a book about explosives, a Chinese special ops manual, and a Nuka-Cola bottle that actually glowed. Looted the bodies, and then went on my merry way. I'll say it again, I think something's wrong with me. How many people did I kill today? The vault security and raiders put together adds up a big number, and I didn't exactly count them. And not once did I ever feel any kind of regret, no remorse at all. I didn't care then, and I still don't care. I was even searching the bodies for anything of value to steal. And that's what's bothering me. I should feel something. Am I a sociopath? This is something I should talk to Dad about when I find him. And I will find him. He can't have gotten far. He was only a few hours ahead of me, after all. When he died, Jonas was carrying a holotape on him, from Dad to me, expressing his wishes that I stay in the vault and not pursue him. That wasn't exactly an option for me, by the point I found the tape though. He and I are going to have words. Either way, it's late now. I'm staying in Silver's place tonight, And tomorrow I'm going to go up to Megaton and deal with this Moriarty character, while hopefully finding some information on Dad's whereabouts. Tomorrow though. Definitely tomorrow. I've had enough adventures today. I mean, look at this entry. In my old diary I rarely wrote over 2 paragraphs. This is a fucking massive wall of text. I hope this doesn't become a trend. If every day in the wasteland is this hectic, I may just die from the stress. Well, that's enough rambling for now. I'm going to bed now, after I'm done reading these books and listening to their old radio station and their hosts. These people fascinate me.